So hello guys, my name is Nishad Kadam and welcome to my channel, and in this particular video we'll be taking a look at this return statement over here. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, this is a function in Python. Okay, so if you don't know how to make a function or how to write a function in Python, I've made a separate video on this, so you can check it out. The link is in the description down below. Okay, so now this function over here is calculating the square of a number, right? Okay, so now let's say if we want to use this square of a number, this value of the square of the number somewhere else in our program. Let's say I want to use it on line 10. Okay, so how can I get the square of the value which is calculated in this function and use it here? Okay, so one way or the only way and only easy way to do it by using this return statement over here. Okay, so return statement, what does it do? Return statement basically returns the value that we have specified on the right hand side of the return. This is the return keyword. It returns the value that we have specified on the right hand side of the return keyword to the caller. It returns this, it is returning basically this value to the caller. Who is the caller of this function? Okay, who is calling the function? This statement over here, right? This is calling this square function. So this square value will be returned over here. Okay, so now if I run this program, you can see that nothing will be getting printed. You can see nothing is getting printed because this particular function is returning the square of a number, but here we are not catching, or here we are not storing that particular number inside of a variable. So if we do this equal to a, okay, so now here what is happening, that this function over here is returning, with the help of this return statement, returning the square of a number, okay, and to the caller. So this is caller, right? So it is returning the square of a number over here, and then that square is getting stored in the computer memory, and we have given that memory a name as a. So it is basically getting stored in the variable a. So now if I print this variable a, okay, now if I do this, let me save my program, and if I run it, you can see that 25 will be printed. Okay, so I have passed 5, I can also pass 10, square of 10 is 100, you can see that 100 will be printed. So what is happening? First of all, this function will be getting called. Okay, then the function will do its computation, or whatever that we have defined it will do. Okay, and then we want to return a value, right? So what we'll do, we'll simply use this return keyword and specify what do we want to return from this function, to the left of this keyword, to the right of this keyword. Okay, then it will return that particular value to the caller. So this is calling the function, so the value will be returned over here, and then we have to store that particular value inside of a variable, and then we can use it, we can use this variable anywhere. I can use this on line 12, 13, etc. Okay, this is what a return statement does in Python. Return statement basically returns a value from a function. Okay, so there is a special function, or there is a special feature in Python. Python has a special feature that it can return multiple values. Let's say I also want to return this string over here, Nishad. Okay, I can do, let me change the name of this variable, let me do it f. Okay, so I want to return the square of the number, and I also want to return this string Nishad. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply do this, comma f. Okay, so if I do this and if I run this program, you can see that this tuple will be printed, that is containing 100 and Nishad. So here we are returning two values, right? So when we are returning two values and we are giving only one variable to catch them, then what happens, that all these values are put inside of a tuple, and now this a variable will be storing a tuple. Okay, so let me clear my console, and now if I run this program, you can see that this is a tuple in Python. Okay, so if I type, if I want to know the data type of this a, now I can do this, and you can see that the data type is tuple. Okay, so if you are returning two values, and if we have specified only one variable over here, then all of these values will be getting stored inside of a tuple. But let's say I want to store it in two different variables. So what I'll simply do, I'll do this a comma b. Okay, and now if I do this, instead of this type a, let me print b. Okay, so now you can see that this sq will be first getting stored in this a, and this f will be getting stored in this b, meaning the square of a number, that is 100 in this case, will be getting stored in a, and this string Nishad will be getting stored in b. Okay, so you can do it in both ways. You can only specify just one variable, and you can also specify two variables over here. Okay. Similarly, now you can see that I have returned 3 values from a function, and if I want to store 3 values in 3 separate variables, I have to do this. And now if I print A, C and B, you can see that this 100 Yaya and Nishad will be printed. Okay, so in this way Python can return multiple values from a function. Okay, so in the previous example we had put variables on the right of this return statement, right? But we can also specify expressions over here. Okay, like this here I have done a square of a number. Here I have done a square of a number a into a. So I can also specify an expression over here. There is no need that there should be only variables to the right of this return statement over here. I can also specify an expression. I can also do this a plus a, and now if I run this program, you can see that 20 will be printed. Okay, so I can also specify expressions to the right of this return statement. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are liking my video, please hit a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys, thank you so much for watching.